Alright, so yeah, we're gonna work on more of this swinging rope today. Um, so far, it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. I might make some adjustments to like some of the numbers with the dash or like the jump from it. So if you press if you press right, you go in the counterclockwise direction. If you press left, you go in the clockwise direction. Um, I don't know if I really like how you can do this, but we might just leave it for now, at least for the demo. Ideally, I think it would be nice if we could maybe allow the player to control this by I guess it would be really hard with the keyboard, but with like the analog stick or the D-pad, I would literally just swing my D-pad around or like my analog stick around over and over to get like these patterns or like to get this type of rotation. But the keyboard, I don't know, it might be hard. Unless we did some sort of like boosting with it. So like, if you pressed, let's say, I'm pressing left or A. Every time you press left at the right moment, it would like accelerate the swinging. But yeah, I'm not sure. Also, this sound is like, it's probably so loud. Let me remove that rope swinging sound for now. Hey, how's it going, Shermitos and YouTunes? Hey, what's up, guys? Merry Christmas. We still got 3 days, but might as well say it now, in case I don't see you guys for the holidays. I believe it's Hanukkah today? I'm not sure. Oh, it's already been Hanukkah. Started on the 18th. Did I have anything to do with the two gifts? I honestly had nothing to do with it. If you're talking about the Nitro, I cannot take any credit for it. That was all Zamfi. Zamfi is too kind for this world. Last day at the school, so you have a lot of paperwork. Oh, I see. Well, good luck, man. Oh, you know what it might be? If you got two gifts, are they like like some sort of activated key or something like that? Because if that's the case, it's something that comes with Nitro. So if you have Nitro, sometimes they send you random gifts. Like Discord sends you random. Yeah, that's from that's from Discord. I have those too. Yeah, like periodically they'll send you just random stuff. Yep. Xbox Game Pass. They sent me at some point they gave me an Xbox Game Pass, and then they gave me like a Microsoft Game Pass. I usually just give them away because I don't have an Xbox, or I usually play my games on Steam or something. Sorry if I coughed into the mic. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, we're working on the rope swing mechanic. I'm trying to see what we can do to like make it cooler. At the moment, we're using it seems maybe it defies physics, right? Because we're it's more of like a supernatural rope thing. Compared to just like an actual rope where you would swing and then physics would still be applied to you. I'm not sure which one I would prefer to have. We can add a little bit of gravity to the player and see how it looks. I'm just wondering how we can make this work with gravity. Because at the moment what we're doing is we're constantly at... Actually, let me see. So let me know if the music is too loud. I decided to switch to a different playlist today. I'm trying to find like a better playlist on Spotify. I'm kind of sick of listening to lo-fi all the time. Let's look at our neutral movement. Alright, so at the moment we're setting our motion to equal our rope swing direction. I'm trying to think, maybe we want to have some other, like, usually what I do here is I also have, instead of setting this to motion, we can have a momentum variable instead, and then that way we can keep gravity on the player. Because at the moment, gravity affects our motion. Let me just look at our player movement. Not a player movement, our player move and slide method. Okay, so yeah, our motion.y is equal to our motion plus momentum snap. We could mess with momentum. You know what? We're sticking to lo-fi. This music is kind of distracting for me. I'll do some research on some better playlists today. Is somebody lucky on my Discord? Yeah, I mean, give it to anyone, honestly. I mean, like, if you find someone on Discord that wants on my Discord that wants it, but yeah. I remember posting it like on several different Discords, like offering that pass, the game pass, and like it took a while before someone accepted it. Alright, so what we're going to try is in our neutral movement, we're going to set our motion. Instead of setting our motion, we're going to put our momentum here instead. We gotta make sure that, like, sometimes we have momentum here, or like sometimes we set our motion to equal 0, but then here we're setting our momentum. It could be it could screw us over at some point. But in our neutral movement, once we exit the state, so once we exit neutral state, we're going to want to update this and set momentum back to equal vector2 dot 0. And then what else? The other thing that we want to do is in our neutral movement, I think we could run gravity here. Shouldn't mess with us. What do we put in gravity? Delta, I assume? Oh, then we gotta put delta in everything while in state. Delta. All right. All right. So, wait a second. we are zooming right now. Oh, there's one other thing I just realized. We don't have any friction added to the player in the neutral state. That could also mess with us a bit. But for now, let me just look at our neutral movement again, and we're going to lower this to like 100. See what that looks like. Actually, friction wouldn't matter too much. But damn, why are we zooming? Alright, that seems a little better. So I'm not sure why 40 is like so high, 20 is too low. Let's see what 30 does to us. So it doesn't seem natural just yet. It's like too... You know what we can do? Let's try 35, and we're also going to increase our neutral state duration by like 0.3 seconds. Let me just look at this one more time. Yeah, I plan on adding some more animations to it too. This looks a little better. But you know what's weird? It's like, depending on what your movement is, like, going straight up seems to like move us really fast, and then going horizontally, we seem to be moving kind of slow. It should be grabbing like the correct normal, and the speed should be the same, but maybe we have something manipulating our momentum, like speed. We might have like a function for momentum that adds like friction to it, because like, yeah, like moving upwards seems to be super fast, and then moving horizontally is kind of slow. You think you're gonna steal one of another mechanic? Yeah, go for it. Honestly, you know, no idea is original. I mean, this idea is Oh, and how's it going, DV? Welcome, welcome. Where did I get the idea for this mechanic? So the original idea was from, I saw some other game. There are a bunch of like platformers that have this mechanic where it's just like a rope swing, you know, like you grab something and then you swing like this. But I wanted it to be like more spectacular than that, so we did like a full circle. But it's not necessarily like a rope swing. It's more of like a projectile. So you're swinging around, and then if you let go, it like shoots you instead of like using. It's less physics based and more like I don't know, supernatural. Just my little twist on, like, I called the mechanic rope swing, like the object is called rope swing, but it's not necessarily like a rope. But it works in a similar fashion where, you know, it rotates from the center. That orb that spawns right there is a fixed distance from the center, and it just follows this rotation that you see on the diamond right now. Get a lot of ideas from my way of thinking / coding. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I try to be creative with the mechanics. Like, even though it's a similar mechanic, like I said, most ideas aren't unique, especially when it comes to like 2D games. Like, there's only so much you can do. But yeah, it's like my little twist on it, and I'm sure even that has been done in other games. It's just like, you know, everyone does their own version of something. But yeah, this honestly, we're manipulating the movement right now. I mean, we're manipulating our momentum. I think I'm gonna switch back to motion. Like, motion gives us like the best movement, but we're gonna have to figure out how to manipulate the player a little better. Let's see this again. Like, this is the best movement right here. Like, I like that. I think that looks clean. Oh, but another thing that we want to do is we want to bound the player to, you know, the 8 directions. So, like, you know how my dash only works in 8 directions? I think we want to do something similar with this. That way, like, you know, there's only so much that you can do with it. Right now, we're grabbing, like, the raw direction. And I actually started setting up some code for it, but I didn't finish it last night. Or, yeah, my last stream I think I started. No, I did it last night. But yeah, I never finished it. So we get the closest boundary. So we have, you know, 0 degrees, 45, 90, etc., etc. But now we want to return this closest direction. And this is a... Just trying to make sure. Closest direction is equal. Raw direction is equal to rotation. Yeah, it should work like this. So what we're going to do in our player code is when we exit the rope swing, instead of setting our rope swing direction to equal this value here, we're going to say it's equal to our rope swing node dot get, what did we call it? Get closest boundary. Yeah, let's just do this. Var do that. Let's say closest rotation. Instead of saying rope swing rotation, we're going to say closest rotation. Rope swing road. No. Rope swing node direction. What's rope swing node direction? Oh, that's our if we're moving clockwise or counterclockwise. Closest rotation. All right, so it should work like this. So we should be bound to increments of 45 degrees, hopefully, if I did this all correctly. Let's see. So that's 45. We might have to mess with these values just a bit. All right, so that's wrong. seems like we're always going downwards. And we got a bug here, attach node. Global position is equal to rope swing node dot attach node. This is while in state. Previously freed index. We're not in the state anymore. Well, we'll have to fix that, but shouldn't be too much of a concern for now. I'm wondering why we're seems like we're always going downwards. Closest distance is 500. Let me print this out. You know what we could do instead is we could just say, instead of returning it, we could just say our rotation is equal to our closest direction. Do that for now. Rotation is equal to closest direction. And I want to print this rotation in degrees. NPC, I know, you know that I had a lot of fun with the jump pad, where I spin, jump, and got a little speed boost. Took that idea into my game. That's awesome, man. I can't wait to see your game, Utunes. Maybe you'll have some ideas that I'll take from you. Alright, so our rope swing rotation of rope is 130. Wait, that's correct. Okay, we got it. So we got 45 degrees. Let me see this again. 90 degrees. Okay, this one. Okay, so I think what's happening here, unless I'm. Okay, let me see. So yeah, that seems wrong. When we go this way, sometimes we go straight up. That seems to be the only one that's messed up when we're like straight down. I guess because we're adding, we might be adding 90 degrees. But we're just rounding off our numbers incorrectly. Actually, you know what? I don't think we are rounding it correctly, but it's based on our position. I think what we want to do is make sure that we update the player's position as well. So right here, we're setting our rotation to a certain value, but we're not updating the player's position. So I think at this point, we're not going to return closest direction anymore. We're just going to update the player's position. So we'll do player node dot global position is equal to our I think it's called attach node dot global position. That should fix it. We don't need to return that value anymore, so let's go back into our exit state. And for our rope swing, instead of saying this, honestly, what we could do is just say rope swing node dot get closest boundary. Add a boss fight. Um, I would like to add some sort of boss fight. It's just that would happen like later on. I would like to add some sort of boss fight. My game is getting better every day. Thank you, man. Thank you. That means a lot. I'm trying to make it better. So we don't need this anymore. Honestly, we could just run rope swing node.get closest boundary. It'll update our rotation. And then here we would just say rope swing node.rotation again. Rotation. And our motion is equal to our rope swing direction. Oh! Honestly, this is probably why we were zooming before, because we were updating our motion here. So we could mess with momentum. We'll see, we'll see. Let's get rid of this for now. Honestly, I'm going to comment this out. Rope swing now, deactivate. Set can dash true. Okay. Player node is global position is equal to attached node. Player node. I'm assuming it's our player that's messing up. Let me see. Yeah, it's our player node. Okay. I mean, right, we don't technically ever need to remove player node. Let me see if we comment this out, what happens. Alright, there we go. So this is 90, or... Alright, so the only issue at the moment is, I think we're not accounting for the extra 90 degrees that we add. Hey, how's it going, CSLR? How you doing, man? We're adding 90 degrees, and so like the closest boundary at this point right here where my mouse is on the bottom is to the right and to 90 degrees, but because we're like, I think what we're doing is we're not grabbing, or we're not counting for whether or not we're going clockwise or counterclockwise. It's always... Tired as always. That and working on music, so pretty miserable. Oh, I guess, let's say, enjoy the process. Someone yesterday told me, like, you know, if there's something that you don't like in certain, like, I don't know, if you like making music, then I think you should continue with it. But, like, if it's something that you aren't, like, if you know you're struggling with it, you should just come to accept that you can't work on music. I'm not saying that you can't work on it, but, like, if you feel like, you know, you're better suited for other things, maybe just, you know, If you're a better programmer, maybe just do programming. I mean, that's what I do. I don't do any. Well, I do some art, but like usually I don't focus on it. All right, so. I'm trying to think, like, if we're right here, we're way past the boundary. But it's not grabbing... Yeah, I wonder what we can do there. You just don't have inspiration for anything. I see. Gotcha. So you like don't have the, I guess, the resources to make something that you really want. I wonder what I do. Like usually, I think music is a little harder. Like with the game, you can always expand on it later. So like with my game, I started out with very simple graphics and then I just update it later. But with music, you can't really do that. It's kind of like it's not necessarily like a one and done thing, but it's like, yeah, once you make a song, you want to use it and you want to be satisfied with the music, and then you go on to the next thing. Yeah, I've heard. Or I was actually looking at some sound software recently, and they're very expensive. Sound is probably the most expensive asset to spend money on. It's like from what I've seen, like even when it comes to either music or sound effects, those are usually the things that cost a lot. Making a good quality game is hard, especially the music. Yeah, I'm not much of a. I don't know so much about music, so like, I kind of just. Like if it just sounds like for me, it's all like I know there's like music theory and all that kind of stuff, but I usually just if it sounds good to me, it sounds good to me. That's all there is to it. But sound effects, I'm pretty good at like figuring out what sound effects are good for my game. Like I like getting high quality sound effects. Even though this is a pixel art game, I actually prefer like you can hear the sounds of my game. They're all like high quality sounds. So we might get rid of the closest boundary unless I can figure out the math behind it. The reason why we're not rounding it off correctly is because we're also adding 90 degrees to it. Let me see what were to happen if we remove that. Have I tried SoundStation or BandLab? No. I'm currently working with someone who's helping me with the music. We'll see how they do. I mean, so far it's been all right. I'm not in like a rush to make music. Like I have one song in my game, and honestly, like if I can't find a good enough song, I'll probably just use this one. Might be hard to hear with the other music playing in the background. Wait, is BandLab and SoundStation, are those places like for commissioning music or like sound effects? Or is that a DAW? Alright. Today I feel like burnt toast. I feel you, man. I'm pretty tired myself, but we gotta grind through. Alright, so I'm gonna try removing this plus pi divided by 2. Usually, oh no, yeah, it's plus our direction, but doesn't seem to round off correctly just yet, or like right now it doesn't. So we're gonna, I'm just gonna copy this over. Let's get rid of it for now. See what happens. All right, so yeah, we're just rounding off our numbers incorrectly, or it's not seamless. Oh my goodness, it's even more wrong than I thought. So I think what we'll try to do is when we're grabbing our closest direction, we need to figure out we need to figure out which direction we're going into. So I think -1. Okay, positive is clockwise. So we'll figure it out for clockwise first. We're going clockwise. (0° is on the right side. We're down here. The second we pass this line, I think our close. I don't know if we're rounding upward. I don't think we are. We usually do grab whatever the closest increment of 45 is. So if we're like right here, we should be dashing across. And I think we're dashing straight down, or we're swinging straight down. Yeah, we are. Let me think about this. And wait, let me look at the other directions. So if we're at 0°, it shoots us. You know what? Wait, maybe it's not as hard as we thought. We just need to add 45 degrees to this. 45. Yeah, let's just try it. Plus pi divided by 2. Or, sorry, plus pi divided by 4. But it does matter which direction we're going to. So on clockwise, it would be plus pi divided by 4. Plus pi divided by 4 times our direction. Still seems wrong. Honestly, we might just stick to the raw values. Unless we can figure out a better way to do this. Let me see one more thing. You know what? Yeah, we're sticking to our raw direction here. I'm gonna get rid of get closest boundary. We might update it sometime in the future, but yeah, let's get rid of this. We'll stick to our original code, which was, I believe, rope swing direction. You know, we're actually adding 9 degrees. Maybe that was the problem. We were doing 45. All right, let's try it one more time, but instead of divided by 4, let's do divided by 2. Let's add this. Alright, yeah, we're gonna stick to this. So with this, that it means that like this is the only thing that's like way more precise in our game. Like usually we're bound to those 8 degrees, or I'm sorry, like we're bound to increments of 45 degrees. So sometimes you'll like reach the top of this platforms, and sometimes you'll just reach like right below it, or like right above it, or something like that. Whatever. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. One other thing I want to do is I want to try adding gravity to the player while they're in the state. And how we're going to do that is by manipulating momentum instead. So we have 2 variables for our move and slide method. We use motion and we use momentum. I try to avoid momentum just because it usually sometimes it gives us like, I don't know, some issues because like, well, I don't know how to update momentum correctly. We could add friction to it, maybe that'll help. Let's try it out. So in our neutral state, our neutral movement, we're going to set this to momentum. And I think we were zooming past before, but let's see. Yeah, it's like super fast. Let's find out why. So we're usually in the neutral state, and I don't think we have anything for our neutral state, so it's not that, but our momentum is, our motion is, I assume our motion is just really high. So what we can try to do is in our exit state and in our enter state, we might want to mess with it. Set all of those values. Wait, are we in the jump state when we exit? No, we're in the neutral. It shouldn't matter. In our enter state, let's just make sure we set our motion equal to 0. There we go. Nope. There we don't go. I wonder what's going on there. All right, so our neutral motion is 0, and then our neutral momentum is -132, -149. It doesn't seem like it should be going that fast, but let me try lowering these values. Originally, I think we used I think we tried using 40 or 35. This should be a little slower, and we should be adding gravity to the player. So this is a little too low. All right, so 32, -13 seems a little better. Let's try 55. It's so weird that, like, the second we go into, like, the 100s, we start zooming for some reason. Or, okay, yeah, depending on our direction, we're, like, the values aren't, how do I explain it? The values are inconsistent with each other. It might, like, what also doesn't make sense is that, if anything, we should be very slow going upwards and very fast going downwards, but it gives us the opposite effect. So, like, right there, our momentum is -68, -13, and then going downwards, let's see, it's 2365. 2365 compared to -6, -13. Those values seem like consistent. So I don't know why we're like super slow. Oh. Our motion here is 240. And then our motion here is -111. Negative goes upwards. So something is messing with our motion value. If anything, it should be positive. And on the y-axis, let's try this. For now, let's get rid of... We actually don't even have gravity. I don't think it's being applied to the player. I'm going to set motion equal to 0. Yeah, okay. Alright. So I'm assuming maybe it was gravity, or maybe there's some other value in like our physics process that's not messing with our motion there. But yeah, it should be 0. Yo, how's it going, Brad? Welcome. Yeah, our neutral motion. Okay. Let's see what's going on there. We do want to have gravity at some point, so I'll throw it in there. We need to make sure we update it. I'll comment it out for now, actually. Let's see where we set motion equal to something. It seems like it's motion.y somewhere in our code. In spring. Motion.y. equals 0. Oh, you know what it might be? I think I figured it out. Our motion. Yeah, I got it. Our motion.y. I just forgot that our movement method uses like, where is it? Yeah, we're setting motion.y to equal what our motion is. So like our momentum immediately gets added to our motion here, and then they're basically stacking on each other. So we're like accelerating as this is going on. So I wonder if we should create a different variable here, like say velocity, and velocity is equal to motion plus momentum. That would help, but the reason why we set motion.y to equal this value here is because it's so that we don't go past 0. So like if we're in the idle state, we're not adding gravity to the player constantly. We could try doing it. Here, let me back everything up. You know, and I just realized this is what has been giving us issues in the past with like like I've always tried to avoid momentum, and I kind of just create like I don't know, like some sort of makeshift momentum where like I force the player's input to like keep pushing them forward or something like that. But yeah, this could, I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but we'll find out pretty soon. Let's go to motion. So we'll create a var velocity is equal to vector 2. So yeah, we could say velocity is equal to motion and slide with snap. Hey, how's it going, Skull? DSP Gaming. Is that the speedrunning guy? All right, so I think it, yeah, I think it works like this. I want to see if it messes with our. I don't even know what velocity is at the moment. Like, I wonder if it resets. I think it does. Velocity is equal to. Anyone say speedrunning? yeah, I'm trying. For anyone interested, I'm doing a speedrun competition for this game, and basically the winner will get a certain tier, like a free tier of the Kickstarter. Like anyone who gets third place and up will get a free copy of the game when it's like officially released. For those of you that are interested. All right, so yeah, I think it works now. Our momentum is clean, and our velocity is, yeah, it's consistent with our motion. So you can see we're spamming 0, 0 at the moment. We drop down, we're at our max velocity. Yes. Honestly, this opens a lot more, few more windows for us to like use momentum in our game. So we might we might go back to using momentum for a rope swing. We can mess with these values a bunch. So let's go back into neutral state. We'll set momentum back to 200. We're going to add gravity. Delta. Gravity doesn't work just yet, but our momentum will. If we were good at rope swing. If only. Oh, and gravity. Okay, gravity doesn't work just yet. It works once we exit the neutral state. It's also kind of wacky at the moment. It's because these values aren't consistent with each other. So you can see our momentum is equal to -124. We're going way past our max velocity right now. Our max velocity is usually 80. So we might want to stick to 80. But it might be too slow. We'll see what happens there. I mean, but that's the point of having momentum in our game, is that we could go past these values. Only issue is that our gravity is way too high for this. Yeah, we might want to stick to 200. And let me try adding gravity to the player. And I mean, maybe we could also add some sort of friction to the momentum state, or to the neutral state to slow us down a bit. We'll find out pretty soon. But yeah, let's run gravity, and then in our gravity function, let's check for the neutral state. Oh, no. Momentum dot y plus equals gravity. Hey, how's it going, Slammy? I'll check out your art in a second, Skull. Actually, let's check it out now. You sent it in. Oh, right. This. So yeah, this is Skull's game that he's working on right now. It reminds me of almost like Enter the Gungeon, the art style. He's also, I know he made some NPCs as well. Did I miss it? Or is it somewhere? Oh, right here. It like resets here. Enter the Gungeon, and those are both really good games. I haven't beat Enter the Gungeon, but I loved Dead Cells. I technically I beat like the first, second, and third. Like I beat Dead Cells like 3 times. Like, so I'm on like the 3rd iteration of like the difficulty, or 4th iteration. Wait, what did we just do? So yeah, as you can see, we're like it doesn't add up correctly. Alright, I'll see you, CSLR. Thanks for stopping by. How's it going, Zombie? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we're trying to add more physics to our game, or like make the physics be consistent with each other. At the moment, we're in... You know what it is? I think we're setting our momentum back to 0 once we exit that state, and I think what we want to do is slowly have that value go back to 0. So let me look. We're gonna have to spam this a bit. We'll keep it only on our false state and neutral state and see what those values give us. Oh, we closed our player. Alright, so if our state is equal to neutral or state to we'll print our neutral motion, our neutral momentum, or we could just say, yeah, we'll keep it at neutral. And we'll throw a velocity in there as well. Motion, momentum, velocity. Okay, so we should also print what state we're in. Oh, actually, we'll know. So in our neutral state, it seems, yeah, we're in the neutral state. We go from, so our neutral moment first, neutral motion seems to be increasing for some reason while we're in the neutral state. We should make sure that's not happening. And our neutral momentum seems to be pretty consistent. Like it's our normalized value times 200. But yeah, as we continue, we're adding gravity to the player, which makes sense. At a certain point, we should max out at 175. And then our velocity in total is equal to negative 24. I actually wonder if our velocity is being updated. If it's being updated properly. It should be. Are we slowing down? Okay, so the issue now is that motion has been set, let's say, like, yeah, motion is consistently at 175 while we're in the neutral state. We're slowing down, but then motion doesn't get updated. Like, it doesn't get set back to 0. Once we see that our velocity, let's see here. So yeah, right here, velocity is negative 24. Negative 24. At a certain point, so once we, okay, so we're in the once we switch to the fall state, we're at negative 24 velocity. So we're still technically moving upwards. Once we exit the neutral state, we should make sure that our velocity is still technically negative 124, and that our gravity is set back to 0. I think that would fix it. So let's go into our player. I think what we could do is in our exit state for our neutral, is set momentum, or sorry, set motion equal to 0. This still might mess with us a bit. Motion is equal to 0. Momentum is equal to 0. Dot 0. See what happens there. I think that let me get rid of these sounds for now. I feel like it's too loud. Or I'll just lower the volume. So it seems like it's correct. It's just now it's like now it's just too slow, depending on which direction we go to. And that's because gravity's being added. So I don't know if we want to like reduce gravity. Yeah, because we go straight up, not much is happening. But if we go horizontally, like we fly. Like we're working with gravity. So let me think about this. Usually what we do with some of our states is that once you're done with a certain state, you get like this 0.2 second, or maybe sometimes even 0.1 seconds of freedom, just to do like to decide your next move. So let's see. Lately, I've been playing a little bit of Skyrim, or I've been watching like speedruns of Skyrim, without like 100% of Skyrim, and like they have like it's like they have like inspirations of Nordic mythology, and like they have that like Valhalla area where you fight Alduin. Ooh. Let me try removing gravity again. Honestly, we might just keep it at that. Because it's consistent. I think what we'll want to do is actually not remove... not immediately remove momentum. We should keep momentum there and just kind of have friction being added to it. I thought we already did that, but maybe not. Let's see. In our friction function... for our fall state. Yeah, instead of resetting momentum, we'll just have friction get added to it. Or check. So we have it being added to the x-axis, but we also want it on the y-axis. So momentum.x, or sorry, momentum.y times equals momentum friction. Wonder what momentum friction equals to. 0.95, so it's pretty slow. Our wait, did we just set it to... Yeah, okay, momentum.y. This is only in our fall state. I think we'll want to do it all the time. Except for our... I guess it only matters in the jump state and fall state. We'll update some of the... we'll update this function later on. Yo, welcome Dragon Skull. How's it going, man? Alright, so let's go back into our exit state, and we're gonna remove momentum from getting set to 0, and it'll kind of just gradually slow down. Where's our neutral state? There we go. I think it's good now. It does seem a little slow though, or like we're not able to go up as much anymore. Yeah, like what the hell is going on there? I think we're overthinking this. Did we remove gravity? On our neutral state. Nothing's happening on our neutral state. Run it back. Main character of Skyrim does look similar to... Yeah, I mean, they're called the Nords, you know? Nordic. It's like same thing. It's supposed to be like Nordic inspired. Alright, so let's see what our neutral movement is. So our velocity, our neutral motion is... This is while we're in the neutral state. Yeah, we're adding gravity to our player at the moment. Or so it seems. We're going to try to remove that for now. So over here, if momentum.y, if our momentum.y is greater, did we just add this? Honestly, it shouldn't matter. Let's see. Our neutral moment, yeah, it's set to 175, so we're adding gravity to our player right now. Let's look at neutral moment, movement again. Yeah, let's get rid of gravity. Yeah, there we go. I think that's better. Just make sure the transition of it is fine. There we go. It might be, honestly, it might even be too much here. So let's go back to neutral. We're going to set this to, let's try 160. Yeah, Nordic inspired but with dragons. Yeah, I got into like I was watching speedruns of Skyrim and I wanted to try like doing my own run. But I don't think anyone doesn't like to not play with mods, and I was struggling. Whoa. Okay. We do this. We have we need to make sure that we reset some of these values here. So I'm assuming momentum isn't being updated at the moment. So if we switch to a different state, we need to make sure, or if we switch to the bounce state, I think that's the only thing that's going to give us problems. Or if we switch back into a neutral state, or yeah, anything that's not a jump or a fall, we need to make sure momentum is set back to 0. So we could just go into enter state. Dude, I can't wait to like rewrite all of this code, because like some of it looks like spaghetti. So yeah, on bounce, we're just going to say momentum is equal to 0. There we go. I'm wondering if there's anything wrong with this. So yeah, I think the only thing that looks weird is the player sprite right now. Like we're stuck in this falling animation, and obviously uh, it's not right. You know what we could do though? I think our dash animation would look pretty good for this. Let's go into dash, or our jump animation actually. Let's go into animation player. Is it player animation or switch animation? Yeah, switch animation, I believe. For our, we don't have one for our neutral state just yet. And it depends on what neutral state we're in. So like, I think we would want to check what our previous state was. So if prev state is equal to states.rope swing, I'm gonna try the dash animation. I think it would look cool, but it also depends on which direction we're going into. So like if we're going upwards or downwards, we should play the jump animation or like a downwards animation. And if we're going horizontally, then we'll want it to be like the dash animation. I think would look cool. So what we'll do is if momentum dot y is greater than, or sorry, if momentum dot x is greater than 50, or do absolute value. It's greater than 50. Animation player. Alright, yeah, that's a lot better. I do want to see what happens if we do a horizontal. Also, we need to fix our direction. It seems like on the x-axis it doesn't update just yet. It also might be that we aren't updating our motion before we play this animation. Let me see where switch animation is ran. No, it's ran at the end, and our motion... Wait. Yeah, our motion at the moment is equal to vector2 dot 0, but then we are in the... Let me see. Where's our neutral state? Oh, you know what it is? Wait. Did we update it based on... Oh yeah, we did pick momentum. You know what? Let's see if we actually are going past 50. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah, we're way past 50. We're running switch animation after we've ran all of our code, and then we are in the neutral state. Our motion is set to 0. we're running it while we're in the state. So I guess we could technically run it here immediately. So we could say momentum is equal to our, what do we set it as? Balance state. Neutral movement. We can start running neutral movement almost immediately. There's delta in it, so maybe we'll just grab this value for now. Momentum is equal to rope swing direction times 160. Oh, but it matters which neutral, what state we were in. So you know what? Let's add delta here. Enter state. You know, let's just stitch it together. There we go. Clean. We might change that animation later on. Right now we're just, you know, recycling some of the stuff we have, but it looks good. Oh, and we also need to make sure we're updating the player's direction. So like right now we're always looking left. It's based on the last direction, I believe, the last direction the player was looking at. So if we're like over here, seems, let's see, yeah. We do this in, I believe, our switch. Is it switch animation? Or is it player movement? We do this in player animation. Our motion doesn't equal anything. So, well, I mean, what we could do. Only issue is that let's try it out. Dude, I've had something similar happen to me, U-Tunes, where yeah, I forgot, or what actually happened was I messed up somehow with GitHub, and I deleted some old files, or like 2 weeks worth of progress on my game. But I mean, it's fine because I was able to like redo it relatively quickly. Wait, I'm just trying to make sure we're playing the right animation. So we came from the left side, we go this way. Yeah, it plays correctly. You know, these rope swings aren't even going to be here. We'll probably make an entirely new room for them. But yeah, I think we're done with it. It's it's as good as it can be for now. I think we'll add some like new sound effects and animations to it. But it's good for now. Here, let me go. So I was working on two new mechanics. It was that one and our air pads. Let's look at that real quick. Oops. So this is like my hidden test room. You can only find it if you like somehow hack the game and like move your player. Yeah, it does sometimes lead to positive results. Especially like usually how I work on mechanics is like I kind of just like rush the first iteration of it, and then after I decide to redo the mechanic is when the code is usually cleaner. So yeah, as you can see, we have these new air pads as well. It can shoot you down. Another thing I want to do with this is, now that we have momentum, we can get really creative with our game. Like, we can, like, right now we're messing with the momentum. I mean, sorry, our motion. But we can manipulate momentum instead, and then that would allow for, like, gravity to be applied simultaneously. Can be fun. Could be very fun. Dude, I love this. You can get some like really creative rooms with this. And I think this is what I'll call like the end of the demo once I add some new rooms with these two new mechanics, or like a combination of everything in this room. There's some other things like falling platforms that we can add. We also have the we have like lasers in the game too, but I probably won't add that. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, wait. Let me see something. I wonder if it's buggy at all. No, it looks fine. I'm just worried there's like an edge case that we haven't thought of, and it's going to mess us up. But it's looking good so far. I don't have to worry about you guys exploiting the game. We'll see. I mean, I'm okay with people. Well, I don't want to say I'm okay with people exploiting a game, but like, if you have the game, you can do whatever you want with it. If you want to add like a speed hack or like something like that, I mean, I will try my best to add like cheat prevention, but of course, like that doesn't like it's mainly for like the leaderboards and stuff. But I mean, also I plan on adding like we already have this difficulty setting. I plan on adding another setting for like if people want infinite dashes or something like that, they can have it. So hopefully, like people won't need cheats if it's already added to the or like yeah, you won't need cheats because I'm gonna add it to the game anyway. For those of you who maybe struggle with platformers or need just need like a little bit of extra help. I mean, we have this easy mode added as well, so like that it slows down the game by 20%. Lets you like I guess be more precise with your movement. Yeah, I do have some hard-coded like movement variables, but I mean, like I said, I do plan on refactoring everything, so everything will be a lot more consistent very soon. But yeah. All right. Trying to think of what else we can do. We can mess with the sounds a bit. You guys want show you guys what it looks like to mess with sounds. So yeah, like right now our rope swing sounds terrible. I need to download this file again. I don't think I have it on this computer. Let me see. Oh wait, you know what? Let's work on the rope swing a little bit more. There's one other mechanic I want to add to the game, and that's to animate it in a certain way. So like, let's say the player dashes from here into the orb. We want it to shoot them across the screen, like, or shoot them to the opposite side, and then it starts animating this way. So we animate it like going from here to here, then clockwise, or if you're from here, you go from here to here, then from here to here, then counterclockwise, then from here. Wait a second. Here to here, it's counterclockwise, and then from here to here, it's clockwise. Okay. Positive is clockwise. I need to remember that. I mean, yeah. That makes enough sense for us. Okay. After I finish animating the swinging rope, then I'll work on the sounds. So what we want to do on activate is maybe add another function called animate, like some animation function. We could use an animation player. The only thing is, no, I don't think we should use an animation player because it really depends on what direction you're coming from. We're always going to add 180 degrees to whatever direction the player came from. You need to make a LUA script and hook that to the game exe, and not many people will use the time to do that. I see. I mean, I feel like it would be pretty easy to see if people are hacking the game, like especially the speeds. Like we can look at, unless there's like something that you can exploit in the game that would like manipulate the time. I'm still not sure if that would be possible because we are using delta. So like even if you slow down the game, the time would be consistent. Like you could slow down the game and it'd give you like, a better chance at making precise movements. But like, let's say you're recording your game, if you lower delta, it'd be easy to see that time was manipulated a bit. Because, like, one, the sounds won't sync up, and two, like, if it says you played for 2 minutes, but the video itself is like, 5 minutes, obviously you were playing at a lower speed. And if you increase the speed after that, so if you did 5 minutes and then you somehow lowered it down to 2, I can see that. Or like the sounds won't sync up. But unless you did like really small increments to mess with your with your game, so like you lowered delta by like 0.9. Let's say you wanted that 0.9 advantage, and then you sped up the video by 0.1. That would be possible. You try to play with the timer, but because I use delta time, it will make an error and skip that script. I see. Where's my... T? Okay. Alright, so what we're gonna try to do is we need to add like when we do activate, I think we're gonna have like a pre-activate function, or maybe like this would be an activate function, but then we need like start rotation function. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do a start rotation. Trying to think what would be like the best way to go about this. We want to animate it, so we're gonna have our player go from the center to the right. Okay, so let me just look at our enter, our attach. Where's our attach? Oh, it's hidden. So at the moment, this is our center node. We're gonna want to move this back to the center. So I think we have to delete this, unfortunately. Let's make a new one. Make it look like that. Okay. So you dash into it. We're going to push it to whatever our direction to the player is plus 180. So it'll like shoot in this direction up to, let's say, we're keeping it at like 33. Let's push it to 32. Well, actually, we can move this to the center as well. And we're just going to add that normalized value plus 30 or times 30. That should give us the correct value there. And then, let's see. We're going to have a function called start rotation. We'll throw all of this. I mean, we could leave activate there. I'm trying to think what would be... Enter shape.rotation is equal to 0. Unactivate, we want to run maybe we'll do like a bring to correct. Bring to I don't know a good name for this method, but we'll call it bring to radius. And then what we'll do on activate, we need to grab the player's position, and I think we do this somewhere. Maybe not. Oh wait, on our enter. Okay, so on player entered, we have direction to a var, direction to self. We're gonna make this a global variable. Not a global variable, class variable. Direction to player. Oh, direction to self is equal to this. Okay, so this is on area entered, and then on bring to radius, we're going to say, we have another variable called radius destination or radius position. And we'll put this in the onReady. So we'll say, what is it? We call it radius position. Is going to equal direction to self times. We could say times -1, or we could say plus pi divided by 2. Or no, we can't do that. We have to do. These are global variables, so it's going to be a little difficult. No, I mean, yeah, I think we could just multiply it by negative 32. For now, we're going to set our radius position to equal this, but then eventually we're going to want to animate it. And speedrunner cheats. That cheats is the worst thing for a speedrunner. Yeah, for sure. I've watched so many videos where like speedrunners get caught for cheating on their speedrun. And like people are pretty like they will investigate your game so hard. Especially your competition. Like if you're competing against some guy who's like if you're competing with a guy who's speedrunning a certain game, and you see that they beat you, you're gonna be like, "What the hell? How'd he do that?" I need more caffeine in my blood. All right, switch direction. Nope, direction to self, radius position. So in our ready function, or in our activate function, we're just going to say attach shape. Oh no, not attach shape. A enter shape. Is it enter shape? No, attach node. Attach node dot position is equal to our radius position. All right, let's see if this worked. We do need to update. Wait, I think we need to update the rotation as well. Okay, so attach node is wrong. We want to grab the attach shape. We don't have a reference to attach shape. Let's just say all right, so it's technically correct at the moment, but we also need to make sure that we're updating our rotation. I believe it's correct. we're setting the position to be correct, but its rotation is a little messed up because we are starting at we're starting at one position, but yeah, our rotation doesn't match. So what we'll do here is we're going to say, get our player code really quick. I'm going to grab this value here. Rotation is equal to this radius position. Actually, wait. That might not be right. Rotation is equal to, I think we can say angle. Is it angle? Godot vector to angle. Yeah, it's angle. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we'll say radius position. We want the normalized. I think this should work. Let's see, radius position dot angle. So we're setting it to negative at the moment. I'm going to try just doing the normal value here. Times 32. Doing something wrong. It should be, oh, another thing, wait. The rotation of our radius position is equal to direction to self. Times 32. The positioning is right, but the rotation seems like the rotation of our attach shape is wrong. Direction to self is equal to player node dot global position dot direction to self. For now, let's set. I'm going to set that to vector to the right. That should make our, yeah, our rotation is correct now. Wait, no, not a rotation. Let's just try animating it. See where it goes. There's no way to tell when we're just spawning it and then it runs right away. So what we're gonna do is in our rope swing, we'll leave it like this for now. And what we want to do is make it reach 32 rather than just set it there. So what we'll do, radius position is equal to vector 2 dot right, direction to south. So yeah, we'll say bring to radius, and we'll add a delta here. And we'll say attach shape. Here, let's actually grab a reference to it. Say and then in bring to radius, attach shape node dot we could say dot position plus actually the thing is we're adding delta, it might mess with us a bit. So let's do this. Wait. Radius position is equal to this right here. For now, what we'll do is just say if attach shape node dot position dot distance to radius position is greater than we'll say 0.3. Attach node position plus equals, or yeah, for now we'll say plus equals x, but we had to update this later. Plus or dot x plus equals delta. Else equal to radius position. And then we need to run this somewhere. We have this activated function variable. I want to say we want to create another variable, or what we could do is have a variable called not on radius yet, or just on. Sorry, we don't have to have it on ready. We can just say var on radius is equal to false. Honestly, we could just check if it's on the radius first, but yeah, let's just do this. elif activated and on radius. Actually, let's do this. I'm overthinking this. If on radius, we'll say bring to radius. So it should be bringing us to vector 2 dot right, but we're still, for some reason, we're still spawning on it like almost immediately. Not on radius, bring to radius. Attach shape. Position is equal to if is greater than 0.3. Attach shape position. Okay. Else on radius is equal to true. Else on radius is false. Let me print this out. I doubt it's like super fast. This is never even running. If not activated. If we're activated, not on radius. Yeah, we're not on the radius. Attach node shape. Attach shape node. Radius position. Yeah, it's happening immediately. What did we do? Bring to radius. Attach node shape dot position dot x plus equals delta. Let me see this. Here, let me comment this out for now. Alright, so that's working, I believe. It is really fast though. Attach node dot position plus equals delta. It seems like it's almost instant. But it's also not printing moving. I don't see it anywhere here. Yeah, what the hell? Oh, you know what it is? Wait. No. Okay. For attach shape node, position distance to radius position is greater than 0.3. Yeah, this should work. Should probably spell position correctly. It's already equal to 300 immediately. Attach shape position 300. Reset it over here. Attach shape. Oh, what the hell? We already have it set to radius position over here. There we go. Now it should work. Very slowly. Okay, so now we can actually run this. So in bring to radius, I want to multiply this by our speed. And hopefully the speed is fast enough. It's not. Let's try like, I might do times 200. That's like our speed typically. It's not consistent with like our rotation speed. I wouldn't know. We'll have to do some math to figure that out, but for now we're just gonna add some random values here. Try 200. Looks like it's fast enough. Times 200. We're always greater than 0.3, so maybe we'll want to say 1. Or we want to like lerp it towards it. Okay, what the hell's going on? Let's try 5. There we go. I wonder if that... What's 0.3? 0.3 times 200 times like 0.016, 0.96. We tried, I think we tried 3, right? And that was too little. There is a moment. What we could do is just grab. Eventually, what we'll want to say is if our radius position is greater than, if it's greater than this position here, we'll update it. But yeah, right now we're just setting it to vector 2.right. Honestly, we could leave it as, no, I'm gonna give it the correct value. All right, I'll see you, man. Thanks for stopping by, YouTunes. See you around, buddy. All right. So our radius position is going to equal our rotation, or our rotation times 180. So let's try doing that. The only thing is we're updating our rotation almost immediately. So I wonder if we were to set our rotation first. Direction to self is equal to this. We're going to want to, I feel like we can just multiply it by -1. I'm going to try it. Instead of saying radius position is equal to vector 2.right, we're going to say direction to self. To self times -32. Let's see what that value gives us. All right. So it seems to give us the correct value, I believe. Yeah, we are going in the right direction, but we aren't hitting this 3 here. We'll want it to we want it to equal. Instead of saying distance 2, we'll want to see if our attached shape position is greater than that value. But for now, what the hell? It still went straight to the right. Try that again. You know what would be cooler is if I'm thinking now that maybe we shouldn't even have this here. What we could do is just keep manipulating its position so that it kind of like swirls around. So like you start in the middle and it starts growing and growing and growing and growing. I think that would look cooler. So let me think about this. So we would activate it almost immediately, and we would run bring to radius like all the time. So we would run bring to radius here. Get rid of all of this. This is what we'll do. Not on radius, we'll run that. Keep on running rotation. It might mess with the rotation of our object there, but let's see. Bring to radius. So we can honestly keep it on vector 2 dot right. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. We do need to make sure that we update its position after we reset, but it's not bad. And it gives us, I think it gives us like a split second to like, let's say we wanted to go immediately into that direction, we can. Yeah. Oh. How did we die? Did I press R accidentally? Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright, so we'll leave it like that for now. On the next stream, we'll update. Like, there's some inconsistencies here, it seems. Let me see. No, I think it's fine. I think it does mess with us when we're hitting this portal, but that's an easy fix. Alright, well, we'll leave it at that. Probably end the stream here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace.